Hi everybody, welcome to Bowie Middle School. My name is Paul Fultz. I'm the principal here at Bowie Rise, and these two ladies next to me are Miss Roy and Miss Dickerson, who are our counselors. These are the folks that as you join our community, you're going to be meeting with first. So welcome, thank you for joining me, ladies. You'll get to hear a little bit more from them later on your tour. As you can see, we're in the foyer of the school, and we want to welcome you. We want to thank you for taking the time. We apologize because of COVID that we're having to do this virtually, but we are arranging, hopefully, for another live presentation in April, where we can have all of you parents and students come join us. What we're going to do right now is go to a PowerPoint presentation where we'll talk about all the important parts of joining Bowie Middle School and what makes us special, including middle school Rise, our activities, uniforms, and so on. And then these ladies will give you a tour of the school, different installations, right? Mm-hmm. And after that, we will go live and answer any questions that you might have. So as you watch the PowerPoint, as you listen to some of the highlights of our program, if you have questions or if you already have burning questions, make sure you got those written down. And when we go live, we will be joined by the entire administrative team, including all of my assistant principals and dean of students, and we will answer any questions that you might have. And we will have live translation for that as well. So we'll be back shortly. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome back, grade 5 parents and students. Let's get right into all of the great things that are coming for your students here at Bowie. First, we want to welcome the class of 2029. Those are your students. They will be graduating in 2029. It's hard to believe. Welcome to middle school. Welcome to Rise. And welcome to Bowie. Now let's learn about those things. Bowie is a unique school program which leverages a lot of the resources and outside supports that the district offers. Obviously, we have mobile devices for all students, and we really use data, including MAP and short cycle assessments, to not just improve student experience, but also improve our instruction, to allow us to be flexible and reach each student. We rely heavily on a blended learning model in the classroom, and most importantly, we focus on getting the right people in the building and the right people in front of your students. We have taken advantage of opportunity culture to bring in multi-classroom leaders and teacher assistants and so on. We use a professional learning community model across all of our disciplines. They meet every day. They look at data. They plan together. They learn together. All of our staff is receiving both group and individual personalized learning. And then, of course, we look for financial opportunities to make this a place to really bring in the best of the best. This is something that is very important to elementary students and parents, and that is what are some of the differences? So I've got the slide here, and I won't read all of them. I will just focus on the ones that the students really worry about and the parents are most concerned about. Middle school is different than elementary school. You're going to have a number of more teachers. Students have a lot more autonomy. Students are expected to build resilience and grit. Now, we give them the tools to do that, but because they're in a larger environment with many more people, it becomes more about them learning how to navigate education rather than to have someone figuratively or sometimes literally hold their hand and walk them from room to room. So that's the biggest difference. And we know that middle school is scary and the change is different. And so we do our very best, especially in the orientation days, the first few days where we just have grade 6 students, to really get them the feel and show them the resources and help them learn how to get around and get along. Unlike in elementary, they're going to have many classrooms. They're going to be allowed much more movement. Even in a lunchroom, for example, they're going to be allowed to sit with whoever they want, whereas right now they probably sit with their classes. We have a lot more opportunities for clubs and sports activities and other extracurriculars, including elective classes where students, they study art, band, orchestra, choir, Spanish, theater, harp, robotics, and anything else we can bring on. We have a lot more activities like pep rallies and dances and football games and clubs and those sorts of things. And then of course your students now are moving from elementary, where they're the big students, to middle school, where they're the small students, the younger students. And so that combined with the academic pressures make the transition a little bit scary, but we're here to help and we do our best. So don't worry. We're here with any questions your student has. We're here with any questions you have. What you've heard me say a few times, and you'll see throughout the school and even on the building, is that Bowie is a RISE campus. RISE is Rapidly Improving School Effectiveness. It's a special program we instituted last year, whereby we made some significant changes to not just the building, the program, the uniforms, but the instruction and the structure of our day. As a student at Bowie, your student will attend school until 5:15 every day instead of 4:15. In that extended day, we have mandatory tutoring for almost all of our students, 1 to 2 days a week, as well as enrichment activities, whether it's learning how to play the guitar or field activities or robotics, Lego. We have a whole host of enrichment activities that add to the student experience. We also, the district has implemented social and emotional lessons. We do it to a whole new level. It's part of everything that we do. The uniform is different, and I will show you that here in a minute. Because of that day, of course, we have breakfast, lunch, and we also offer a super snack. So we make sure that your students are fed before they go home. We don't want them to come home hungry, especially with that extra hour. The transportation that we offer is arranged around that schedule, so you don't have to worry about that. If that extended hour, it makes it difficult for you as an individual parent, there is no problem there. We can send them home on the bus. Obviously, as we mentioned, we have special programs for teachers, and we work really hard with the teachers to make sure that they are prepared and they are giving their best to your students. We have a lot more participation than is often required in middle school. We have regular teacher conferences. We really encourage all of our parents to join the PTA, to be involved. We have lots of parent volunteers. Most importantly, we have a culture of high expectations, and part of that culture of high expectations is a restorative justice discipline model, as well as a house system where all of our students are divided into houses that are represented by West Texas universities. That's a really exciting activity that I can't wait for your students to be involved in. Students often ask, and parents often want to know, what is the uniform? Well, we have 3 different colors for our students in grades 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Next year's grade 6 students will be wearing gray polos, short sleeve or long sleeve. They will be wearing navy blue cotton twill shorts or pants or skirt if they prefer, black tennis shoes, and we as a school have a uniform enhancement that we provide each individual student. Parents do not have to purchase these. And that is a vest, as you can see here with the school's logo on it, as well as a long sleeve fleece jacket. So students will get both of those, and they can wear those, any time of the year. They can wear one or both, all of it together. We do not, as with any school in the district, we do not allow things like hoodies and so on. But we also, because we provide these jackets, we don't allow students to wear outside jackets inside the building. Parents are a huge part of this process, not just in middle school, but especially here at Bowie. We ask that you participate in parent-teacher conferences. We ask that you engage in our school. Join the PTA. You're doing that now, but for some reason, traditionally, when parents move from elementary to middle school, they're not as involved, and we want that to be different here on this campus. We also ask that parents really make sure that students are here every day, they're in their uniform, that you're checking their homework, that you're making sure that they're staying for support. All those things that you're doing right now in elementary, we want those to continue in middle school. Those are very important, and we don't want to lose those at all, right? And of course, this is a partnership. You and you and the school staff work together to make sure that the environment is right for your student, that the learning is there, that your student feels welcome. We want that for your student. So we're going to work with you at every opportunity to make sure that that happens, and that those students develop good study habits, good social habits, and really have that strong character that we all want them to have. So what are the next steps in this process? We are hoping to have an actual open house, another event where we can invite you and your students here on April the 21st. Of course, we want you to pencil that in, but understand that, we're still in the middle of COVID. And so just like we were expecting to be able to have a real open house today, we're having to do it virtually. So hopefully by April, we'll be able to do that. And we've organized the schedule around April the 21st. That'll be in the evening, and hopefully we will be able to bring you and your students to campus. The next year's registration, and we hope that after you get your questions answered, and after seeing this presentation today, we've really piqued your interest. And we hope that you join us here at Bowie. Tentatively, registration will begin on May the 1st. The district hasn't announced that yet, but that's usually when it is. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We will make sure to share that information, as well as the district in itself. I personally would like to invite you to go to our website every week and click on the Bowie Parent Newsletter. The Bowie Parent Newsletter is amazing as a resource for all of the things that are going on in our community, and supports and ideas and fun. So we really encourage you to check that out. Even now, even as a grade 5 parent, it's a great resource. And then of course, we always update the student handbook over the summer, and we will have student orientation for the first days of, I misspelled it there, for the first days of school. I do apologize about that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut to some key places and installations in our campus so that you can sort of see around the school. And after that, we will go live and we will answer any questions that you have. So stay tuned.
This is one of our gyms. Here is where you will have all of your PE classes. At Bowie, you can choose between regular 6th grade PE, which is what you would have taken in elementary school, or you can choose to take pre-athletics, which prepares you to be in competitive sports during 7th and 8th grade. This is our cafetorium. This is where you will come to get breakfast and lunch every day. In the cafetorium, we also hold student assemblies and different house activities on campus. This is one of our 6th grade orchestra classes. They have prepared a little song for you. You can choose from choir, band, theater, orchestra, and art. This is the Welcome Center. It's at the front of the foyer. And it is where you will come if you happen to come to school late, you need a tardy slip, or you need to get a temporary ID. This is also where you will come when your parents come to pick you up early from school, or if you need to make a phone call home. Did I mention that Bowie has a slide? That's right, you can slide from the second floor down to the first floor instead of taking the stairs. This is the library. You can come here to check out books, ask Miss Green about your Chromebook, or get a new permanent ID. This is also a great place to study. We are now in the 6th grade hallway. This is where you're going to find a majority of your classes. It is a huge loop, and so if you happen to get a little turned around, it won't be hard to find where you are. Next to the cafeteria is the counseling center. This is where you can come with any scheduling questions or if you need to talk with somebody. Next to the Welcome Center is our main office. This is where you will find our registrar, our clerk, our principal secretary, and Mr. Folse, our head principal's office.